Have you ever laid in bed at 3 in the morning, replaying a conversation from earlier that day, wondering if you said the wrong thing or came across as awkward? Or maybe you've spent hours analyzing a text message, trying to decode what someone really meant when they said they were fine? If this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, and you're about to discover why your brain seems determined to turn every situation into a complex puzzle that needs solving. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery of overthinking, and trust me, the reasons behind it might surprise you more than you expect. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're always sharing content that helps you understand yourself better. Overthinking affects millions of people worldwide, and it's not just about being anxious or stressed. There are actually some pretty unexpected psychological mechanisms at work behind the scenes that turn your mind into a constantly spinning hamster wheel. So let's explore 5 surprising reasons why you might find yourself stuck in endless mental loops. The first reason is something psychologists call the completionist mindset. Your brain has this incredible drive to finish what it starts and solve problems completely. When you encounter a situation that feels unresolved or ambiguous, your mind treats it like an incomplete puzzle that must be solved. This is why you might replay conversations over and over, trying to figure out exactly what someone meant, or spend hours worrying about a decision you need to make. Your brain literally cannot let go of the unfinished business because it's wired to seek closure and completion. The problem is that many life situations don't have clear-cut answers, and your mind doesn't handle that ambiguity very well. Maybe you caught an error in an email before sending it, or realized something important about a relationship. Humans naturally rehearse scenarios in their minds as a survival mechanism. Originally, this helped our ancestors prepare for potential threats by mentally practicing different responses. However, in our modern world, this useful tool has become overactive. Instead of helping you prepare for genuine dangers, your brain now rehearses unlikely scenarios, social interactions that might never happen, and problems that may never arise. You end up spending mental energy on imaginary situations while the real world passes you by. Here's where things get really interesting. The third reason is related to your brain's reward system and something called intermittent reinforcement. Every once in a while, your overthinking actually does help you solve a problem or avoid a mistake. When this happens, your brain gets a little hit of dopamine and learns that overthinking can be rewarding. The problem is that this happens inconsistently, which creates the strongest type of behavioral reinforcement. It's like a slot machine for your thoughts, where occasional wins keep you pulling the mental lever, even though most of the time you come up empty. The fourth reason might be the most surprising of all, and it has to do with emotional regulation. Many people who overthink are actually trying to control their emotions by controlling their thoughts. When you feel anxious, uncertain, or overwhelmed, your mind attempts to think its way out of these uncomfortable feelings. Overthinking becomes a coping mechanism that gives you the illusion of control even when you're dealing with situations that are genuinely out of your hands. Your brain convinces you that if you just think about it hard enough and long enough, you'll be able to predict and prevent negative outcomes. The fifth and final reason involves what researchers call the monitoring trap. This happens when you become hyper-aware of your own thinking patterns. You start watching your thoughts and analyzing whether you're overthinking, which ironically creates even more overthinking. It's like trying to fall asleep while constantly checking if you're falling asleep yet. The more you monitor your mental state, the more active your mind becomes, creating a frustrating cycle that feeds on itself. Now that you understand these 5 surprising reasons behind overthinking, you might be wondering what you can actually do about it. The key is recognizing that overthinking isn't a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It's often your brain trying to help you in ways that made sense evolutionarily, but don't serve you well in modern life. Understanding the why behind your thought patterns is the first step toward developing healthier mental habits. One practical approach is setting specific thinking time. Instead of trying to stop overthinking completely, give yourself designated periods where it's okay to analyze and problem solve. When overthinking starts outside these times, gently remind yourself that you'll address it during your scheduled thinking session. Another helpful strategy is the 2-minute rule. If you can't solve or significantly progress on something within 2 minutes of thinking about it, it's likely not something that more thinking will help. This doesn't mean avoiding important decisions, but rather recognizing when additional mental effort isn't productive. Remember that your tendency to overthink often comes from positive qualities like conscientiousness, creativity, and care for others. The goal isn't to eliminate these traits, but to channel them more effectively. By understanding why your mind works the way it does, you can start building a healthier relationship with your thoughts. What resonated most with you from today's video? Have you noticed any of these patterns in your own thinking? Share your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video if it helped you understand yourself a little better. Until next time, take care of your mental health, and remember that understanding yourself is always the first step toward positive change.